We are at the Veteran of Foreign Wars Post 2179 in Middletown, New Jersey. Today is October 29th, 2013. I am Carol Fowler. With me is my honored veteran, Charles C. Gallagher of Belford. And also with me is Marge Kempson of Lincroft, who works in the VFW kitchen. We are going to cover the history of Middletown in this interview, as the town is turning 350 years old next year. So in this interview, we are going to cover the history of the VFW post here, and then we will move on to the role that the kitchen played in the Superstorm Sandy 1 year ago today. So good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
All right, we'll start with you, Charles. Should I call you Charles?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, please take us back to the very first time you entered this building and what the circumstances were.
Well, in 1988, I came into Post 2179 because I was a veteran of foreign wars that I had signed up in Norton, New Jersey, but I had not participated, and I found that they had a lot of functions here in Middletown. And that's when I joined Middletown Post 2179.
What did it do for you to be a part of the post? Did it help you?
Well, it allowed me to associate with other veterans of similar problems and actions, and I met some fine gentlemen who since passed away, some past commanders
Right.
of the post who represented the veterans. Excellent. They just were good representation of veterans of foreign wars.
Is this the only location that the post has ever been?
No, they started out on Route 35 in a house, and after many years they built this, I believe, in 1975,
Oh, okay.
and then they moved over here and have been here ever since.
Nice. All right, so let's get on with how did your building here get affected by the hurricane?
Hurricane Sandy, with the tidal surge, pushed waters up a creek that borders our property and flooded our post with about 1 inch of water throughout the whole post. It just was devastating to our post.
Okay.
We came in and we made a massive cleanup, and it's a good thing we did because we needed our kitchen facilities to feed the people. We also were a clothing relief center. We had massive amount of clothes donated. People would come and pick them up. We had baby diapers, things for children, pajamas, because a lot of people here lost everything. We had one member that the only thing left in his house was 3 steps. His house was completely gone. The post helped him out financially in the beginning so that he could at least have a place to stay before FEMA or any other organizations came about. And that's what the VFW is about, helping people.
Right.
We're a community-based organization. We set up the kitchen. We were a food bank where a group of people from different states came in and used our kitchen and took their meals to the people out in the field.
How did that come about? Did you handle that? Did you ask them to come?
I personally did not handle that. We had a coordinator, which was named Lisa Lipka, and the commander at the time took care of coordinating the kitchen, and the quartermaster. The quartermaster was the biggest coordinator. Tommy Hackett, he's the one that set up the churches and stuff to come in and make the food. And the religious organization that distributed, they had their own truck, but we fed 1,000 people for the first 2 weeks, and maybe 700 the third week and down to 500. And this went on for 2 months. So the kitchen without the kitchen, a lot of people would have went hungry.
Right.
And
People from Middletown?
people from Monmouth County, I mean, not just Middletown, the
Okay.
Bayshore area. We fed them from Atlantic Highlands to, I guess, Lawrence Harbor, whoever
Oh
was
my
affected.
goodness. So you were really the only VFW that was doing that?
Yeah, because of our kitchen facility, plus our space, our hall, which seats 500 people,
Right.
it was set up as a clothing distributor. People
Right.
would come in and get all the clothes and blankets and things they needed. It's the size of our hall that was made us
That's a good point.
advantageous.
Okay.
A lot of other organizations sent us their food because we could prepare it here.
Oh, I see. And the person who coordinated all that was Lisa and Tommy?
Lisa Lipka and Tom Hackett, our quartermaster.
Are they from Middletown?
Yes, they are both from Middletown.
Okay, great. All right, is there anything else that you want to say about it before we move on to Margie?
No, that's about all I have to say, other than God bless the veteran.
Thank you so much. All right, Charles, now we're moving on to Margie Kempson. Thank you for being here today, Margie.
Thank you.
How long have you been here, Margie, working in the kitchen? How did you begin? You're a veteran yourself.
Yes, I'm a veteran, and each commander picks out a crew to work, and my commander was
Dennis Jakes.
Dennis Jakes, and he asked me to come in and help. I've worked in kitchens in Middletown schools, lunch programs. And I've been familiar with the kitchens here. I've been familiar with the first building that the VFW had on Highway 35, which was a couple of houses from Fort Monmouth. And I called bingo at that old post. That was in, oh God.
So it wasn't in Middletown? It was
Yeah.
down by Fort Monmouth?
No, it was right
Oh.
over here on Highway 35,
35.
yeah. They just tore it down.
Oh, Port Monmouth, I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I've just been involved in food, the kitchens.
And what was that like? You had children who
Well,
didn't have clothes,
All
seniors.
All the auxiliary ladies, went through sizes and things, and we had children, babies, large, medium, kids' clothes, coats, diapers.
Wow.
This whole unit was covered with clothing and good stuff,
So how often would the people be here? Was it 9 to 5 or 24/7?
Yeah, we were opened all day until at least 6 o'clock, wasn't it?
Yeah, or 8 o'clock,
Oh, I see.
from about 6 to 8.
And this went on past the holidays?
Yes, yep.
Yeah.
mhm.
Okay.
It
A
ended.
good 2 months.
Yeah, it ended in the, I think the 1st of February it ended.
Oh, okay. And what was it like for you, Margie, to see the people come in from out of state who came in and worked the kitchen?
The only word I can find is just rewarding, and that there are good all over.
Right.
Just was amazing.
I'm curious about those people. They were religious groups?
I basically think so, yeah.
There were a mixture. They were, there was a group that came out of North Carolina, started out religious based, but then some other organization took over. They were like in transition, so I really don't remember the names of the organizations, but they were religious based.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And while they were here, where did they stay?
Stayed in camps, set up a tent outside.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, they didn't go far, and then they finally did get some housing
Oh,
at
okay.
somebody's house. But that was, 3 weeks or a month after they were here. They
Right.
finally because we don't have any shower facilities.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, it's truly an amazing story, and we consider it history of Middletown that this happened. All right, in closing, do either of you have anything else you'd like to add?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm just proud of my effort, being in the service, and
Right.
proud of what I can do here with my
Okay.
fellow veterans.
Okay, thank you for everything you do here, Margie. And thank you, Commander Gallagher. We are at the Veteran of Foreign War Post 2179 in Middletown, New Jersey. Today is October 29th, 2013. I am Carol Fowler. This is an oral history series for the Middletown 350th anniversary. With me are Marge Kempson, who has worked in the kitchen here and also helped with the Sandy Recovery Clothing Drive. Her daughter-in-law, Deborah Kempson, and also her granddaughter, Samantha Kempson. So what we have before us is very unique for Middletown history. It's 3 generations of women who have worked in this kitchen at this VFW post. Marge, I can only imagine how proud you are of that fact.
Of course.
Right. So how old was your daughter when you got her to work here? Or did you get her to work here? Or did she just want to?
She
It started with like 14.
14. Oh my
years.
goodness.
No, it was like 13 years ago, so I don't want to say how old I was.
Did you ever think of the combined years the 3 of you have and what that totals?
Well, Samantha and I basically came at the same time.
Okay.
I actually was just filling in because they needed help in the hall and whatnot, so
Oh, I
I
see.
would come in, and then on Fridays I took over for someone who left on the Friday night dinners, and then instead of leaving Sam at home, she was bored, so she came with me, and we put her to work in the kitchen. We made her do dishes, we made her make salads, we made
Wow.
her just like run around, do whatever had to be done,
and my
she enjoyed it.
and my grandson was a dishwasher.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was
we
here.
can't leave him out. What's his name?
Gregory.
Okay.
He took over after I left when I joined the army. So
So let me guess, is this about 70 years total?
Yeah.
For including Gregory?
the army has the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, total.
About
I would think,
7
yeah.
good years, yeah.
No, 70.
Like our combined.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But we
We're
had
hearing aids.
So I think you might hold the record. You might hold the record for
I know she does.
family.
Margaret does, yes.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. She's been in there forever. She's like the kitchen tool that hangs on the wall, those big spoons that our parents had when we were young,
Yes.
the decorations. She's been there for quite a while.
Wow. Can either of you, Debbie or Sam, speak about what happened in the kitchen during Sandy and the recovery?
I was here for a little while on Friday nights, and they were wonderful. And it was really nice to see everybody. They were rushing around, getting meals ready, putting them in the truck, keeping them warm, and boom, off they went. And they were,
Oh, we didn't talk about that.
yeah, they were just really nice, very nice people, and just.
And they went
just
to all the
wanted to
Bayshore
help.
towns?
Yes,
With the
up
hot
and down.
meals? That sounds
Hot
familiar. I
meals,
didn't
yeah.
realize it came out of here.
Yes, it came right out of the kitchen.
Wow.
And they were actually in there cooking while we were having our Friday night dinners, and they were great. It was amazing to see how many people came out to help.
Would people be sitting in here in the lounge area, or would they be sitting at tables? Or was that all clothing out in the main
That
hall?
was all clothing in
Oh,
there.
I see.
Yeah, the meals all went out via the truck.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
They actually delivered them.
And that was 7 days a week.
They were here for quite a while.
They cooked here and put it in their trucks and
Wow,
delivered.
it's incredible. All right, so what are your shifts here? What you work when to when?
I usually come in on Fridays in the afternoon and get the food ready, and we're here to maybe it's
about
usually
9 o'clock.
maybe everything's all cleaned up and closed up around 9:30 sometimes. My mom comes in, she waitresses. It starts at 6, and my grandma's here with me during the afternoon to help with everything.
Wow.
And everything that I know how to do in here, I learned from her from doing it when I was younger. And,
Right.
Just that, and from my experience in the Army, I was a cook in the Army, so I'm kind of familiar with putting a lot of meals out at once. And
You followed in her footsteps? You're a veteran as well?
yeah, I served for 3 years in the Army. I was a cook in
Oh.
at Fort Drum, upstate New York.
Right.
So this is kind of like, it's like kind of like home because I miss that part of it. I enjoy
Right.
being in the kitchen. I would never want to be waitressing like she does at all, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm comfortable in the kitchen.
That's good.
Excellent cook.
Thank you.
Okay. How did it make you feel to see displaced families? Or I'm sure you saw them when they came in for the clothes then, right? And
People-
supplies.
I know people I work with at my other job that lost everything. We have one of my dad's cousin lost his home. He lived in Union Beach. It's sad because you don't ever expect it to happen where you live. You see it on TV, but I mean, I don't know. For me, it was just sad because I have a little boy and I always think about him, and if he lost everything, I don't know what I would do. And I have friends who they lost everything, like baby pictures, photo albums, everything, and that's the
Right.
kind of stuff that. I mean, you can rebuild a house, but you can't, get all that kind of stuff back. And I'm very sentimental when it comes to things
Right.
like that, so.
Absolutely. And also, it gives you more clarity on the value of life, the fact that you survived it.
And how
Yes,
lucky
and how
we were.
lucky
Right.
we were that, we live in Belford and we're on the dry side of the highway, so we were very lucky that, water didn't hit there, but if you just go right across the highway, people lost everything, so.
Right. So it must have given you a feeling of gratitude that you were of service here.
Yes, I wasn't, me personally, I wasn't involved in it, but I did let people know that they had a clothing drive here for people to come and get things, because a lot of people, at the time there was no electricity, people couldn't get the word around knowing where everything was, so I just kind of did my part and sent out messages like, the internet and Facebook and things.
Right, social
let
media.
people know that they
Good
could
for
come
you.
here if they needed food or clothes or
And then
diapers.
word of mouth,
Yeah,
word
and I
spread.
think it spread around. Everybody did their part like that and
Right.
got people the things that they needed.
Well, hopefully it won't happen again.
Oh, hopefully.
Right about.
Debbie, I'm sorry we didn't get to
That's-
speak to you too much.
That's quite all right.
Okay. But thank you for coming here today. I really appreciate it, and it's an honor for me to stand before you, 3 generations of women who have served here. God bless you.
Thank you. All these tables were loaded with clothing according to size and gender.
Right.
And girls were here, all the auxiliary members, which Sam is a member. And,
Other than being the head cook here now.
pardon?
Sam, we forgot to say that.
Yeah. Stop moving away from me. Did you see that?
All right, so you said you could fit 500 people here. And this is a fundraiser for you as well, right? To have parties here and have
Oh, yeah.
fundraisers?
Yeah, people can rent the halls for weddings
Sure.
or birthdays.
Weddings, wow.
Yeah.
That's where, before I was cooking, I used to help my mom waitress do like birthday parties, like banquets and things like that.
A bar is set up here, and a bar
Right.
is set up there. There's
Oh, okay.
just, we have those gift auctions where you have
Oh, fun.
400 ladies, from schools. They're doing very
Oh,
well.
the PTA,
yeah.
okay,
And
great.
sometimes like the high schools, I remember when I was still in high school, they used to do Thanksgiving drives that some of the kids from school would come and volunteer at, where they'd package up meals and stuff for people who couldn't afford it in the community.
Oh,
And,
okay.
so a lot of stuff. because it's a-
Middletown helps its own?
Yeah, I
Middletown
think that's what it
helps
was.
its own.
It's just a lot of space in here, so they do a lot of neat things in here.
3 days it takes Middletown to help its own to fill up the boxes with all the food that's been donated through the schools and Food Town.
Food Town
Joe
always helps.
Azzolina was a great one for doing all this.
Do they still do that?
Hmm?
Do they still do that?
Those food tents.
Yes, yes. mhm,
Oh, that's
still
awesome
going
news.
on, yes.
Yeah, they donated a lot of stuff, turkeys and things like that.
Well, you are a hub of activity here at your VFW.
Yes, uh-huh.
It's very exciting what you do here. Take care now.
Thank you.
This is where Sam started over here at the dishwashers. over there making up salads for the waitresses, because we used to have like 40, 50 people all at once just come in, and then 2 waitresses, so she used to help out a lot by making the salads up, so we didn't have to do it. And Margaret was always back there with her spoon going like this, dishing up the meals, and everything always went very well.
Right.
We were here for
Steam
about 14 years.
tables,
How many years?
where we've
About
cooked
14
for
years, all 4 of
400
us
people.
together. She was here a lot longer than the 2 of us.
Right.
But together, we're about 14 years, and now we're back again.
Oh,
3 of us.
Great big
The
ovens.
3 Ks.
nice.
It's like what I said before, each commander has his own people that, you know, do the job.
Oh, I see.
And that, naturally, you know, that's a slicer.
Okay. Huh. So how many people can you feed?
We fed 500.
You have?
100 years ago, well, I exaggerate.
Right.
When we first opened, we, you know, had a bunch of cooks, some of the old codgers, Ben Centrella, Fred Solida, Richie D'Amelio, many, many good cooks, and that's where I picked up a lot of that stuff too. Republicans, Democrats, everybody was happy to be part of 2179.
Right.
And we host the Veterans Day Parade every year, and there's like hundreds and hundreds of people that come back for hot dogs.
Or
and,
hot dogs, yeah.
What, you know, whatever we're gonna be giving out, which is all donated.
And that's in the main room?
In the main
In the main hall.
hall, yes.
Main hall, right.
My children, my son and my daughter actually grew up coming here every Veterans Day, every Christmas for the Christmas party. I mean, this big, you know.
Right.
So they've been involved around here.
We didn't say it's like a family, it's like a community here within
And,
itself.
you know, we've met so many nice people here too. So,
And
so
Debbie's
like,
father was in the Navy, so
Yeah, he was a big.
she's a Navy
Korean,
brat.
yeah, Navy brat, Korean War.
Oh my goodness. Is he still with us?
No, he passed away. As a matter of fact, it was gonna be like 15 years on Halloween.
Oh, I
We
see.
miss him,
Right.
you know.
Well, I'm sure he's proud of you.
At this place, I can remember when I was a little girl playing baseball with the kids in the neighborhood before this building was even up, before it
Oh.
was even here. It was all with the A&P that used to be over there, and we would play, and we cleared it all out, and that's what we played. And I remember how mad we were when you guys started building, we had no place to play baseball anymore. But, I mean, because I grew up right across the highway, so.
Right.
You know, I mean, but everything changes. That's one of the big changes that was made when I was a kid. This was where we played, and then they went and put this building up, and we're
Mm-hmm.
done.
But you're still
But it's
here.
for the best,
Yeah.
you know.
Hall was open one night that a group of frustrated entertainers, we never made New York Broadway, but we did hit 2179, and we made had a minstrel, and it was a benefit for Camp Happiness, the blind men's camp up in Atlantic Highlands, and it was really great. Everybody wore, you know, their suits and top hats, and good entertainers, and it was just a wonderful thing.
And you performed in it?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Talent, nerve, what did you say about that?
I
Talent?
said, there were a lot of good talent, but as far as myself was, I had no talent, but a lot of moxie. A clown. Be a clown. Bingo and weddings and things were very important to 2179. Monetary-wise and fun-wise and good citizenship-wise. Monday, the Ladies Auxiliary has bingo, and on Tuesday nights, it's the men who have their bingo, and we both like to get as many of us to come in and volunteer, and bingo You know, some ladies play bingo 5 times a week, you know, at different churches and different things. Bingo's very, very important.
It's a part of your main sign there.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Very important
Very,
fundraiser.
very, very important for the running of this post, besides membership and patriotism.
Yes. Thank you again, Margaret.